Okay, everybody, so we are back in action and let's get straight into it. As you can see now, my trading account is sitting at 22.17% up for 2023. So this is phenomenal performance on all accounts. But before I get into all of that and what I'm looking at doing next, make sure you guys join my free groups. I post content in there daily that's of value. So you definitely don't want to miss out, and you can get into those groups simply by clicking the links that are in the video description, right? So make sure you do that and tap in over there. Let's get back to it. 22.17% year-to-date performance, phenomenal. But this should be of no surprise to you because a few weeks ago, when I last came on YouTube, I literally told you guys exactly what I was going to do. I told you guys the instruments I was going to trade. I told you the levels I was looking out for. And I told you which direction I was going to make moves on. And I actually told you that I was going to get to a year-to-date high, which is exactly what I've done, right? So that should be of no surprise. It's all documented. It's all there. I told you guys exactly what I was going to do. So no surprises. That is sitting strong at 22.17% up. That being said, as you guys know, I'm looking to take this much higher than where it's currently at. I've got a strong target for the year end and I'm going to be hitting that. And to hit that target, I've got to make very wise and intelligent moves out there in the markets. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of an insight into some of these moves that I will be making over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, going through the month of October. Let's start by looking at the SPY, because it's actually important to look at the SPY. Because the last time I spoke about the SPY, that's not the SPY. This is the SPY. The last time I spoke about the SPY, I told you guys it's gonna move aggressively to that 420 mark. And we literally did that, okay? You could see on the 1 week chart, it literally bounced off 420 and has made a strong positive move higher. Now, because that 420 level has held, that was like a universal signal to the market that it's stabilized. We're in a place of stability, okay? We're in a good place, technically. That's a good signal. That's a good sign for some continual strength and for some continual positivity. Maybe not strength, but stability. Let me use that word. That's a sign of stability moving forward, okay? So that is good, but also do remember in the last video, I told you things are gonna get more choppy, and that's exactly what you've seen. You've seen big down days since then, you've seen big up days. As a matter of fact, check out the VIX, all right? So if I go to the VIX, go to the 1 month chart, take a look at that, okay? Take a look at the movement. The VIX has gone from $12 all the way up to where it's sitting now at 18, and it was just above 20. This is important because what this means is that we're in an environment of higher volatility. So don't be surprised to see a lot of reversals. Don't be surprised to see a lot of stocks start off green and then end red, or start green and then, or even chop around. So we've moved into a period of high volatility. So just bear those two things in mind. That's important, all right? Those two things are important because that's going to shape your decision. That's going to shape what I'm doing. And all these things I'm telling you is the reason why I'm sitting up over 22% for 2023. That being said, let's get into the first name of interest, all right, with that in mind. That's going to be AMD. Currently sitting at $106. Last time I spoke to you about AMD, I said it was going to drop down to that 94. It did that. It shot back up. To be expected, but check this out. If I go to the 1 month chart, so you can see that AMD has cleared that $104 area of resistance and it did that on the session last week, right? That strong Friday session last week. Cleared that $104. Had a little bit of chop today. This should mean that AMD is heading towards $111. Okay. Now, bear in mind the VIX is at 18. So we could still see AMD drop back down to that $104 level, collect a little bit of liquidity before it then moves up to the $111, right, where it will meet its next resistance challenge. But that is the direction. That's where AMD is going. Okay, it's going to $111 based on the technical moves that we've seen in the last couple of sessions. So that's the first one. Okay, that is definitely something you want to bear in mind. If you see a little bit of weakness back towards the 105, 104, it's probably just resetting before it moves up to 111. Let's talk about TQQQ. Sitting at 37.92, almost 38. Now this has been moving today, but what I did want to say is, on Friday's session, we saw this break a significant resistance barrier, which was that $37 level. So now AMD has broken $37. Sorry, TQQQ has broken $37. It's on its way to that $39.50 mark. Again, that's another area of resistance where you're very likely to get a price reversal from there. But where it's currently standing, again, it could drop a little bit lower. Bear the VIX in mind. $39.50 is the target price for TQQQ in the short term. And it'll probably get there this week. So that's the second name of interest. Now, the third is CRWD, and that is CrowdStrike. Now, not to take anything away from the events that are happening in Israel, and prayers are out to those who are affected. When these situations happen, these geopolitical events happen, it does move markets. And typically the defense stocks, money starts pouring into the defense stocks. CrowdStrike is one of the most impressive defense stocks that's out there, even on just in terms of a technical perspective, right? That being said, if you take a look, this cleared that $170 technical barrier, now is sitting at $180. You could get a bit of a pullback into 175, but CrowdStrike is going to $200. Okay, that's a pretty decent upside from here. So CrowdStrike's going to $200 as money flows into the defense sector. This is one that's going to be a beneficiary of that. Me personally, I don't know if I can take trades on this. I think I don't know if morally I can do it. If morally I can actually take trades and make money off the situation that's going. I don't think I can. But this is a channel where opportunities are presented, and this is the direction of travel of this particular name. But me personally, I don't think I can benefit off it. I don't think I can make any trades, just from a moral perspective. But just to give you guys the heads up and let you guys know where this is going and where, you know, the knock-on effects of the situation that's actually happening. But as I said, me personally, I probably won't have my hands in this one. But anyway, I've given you guys other names of interest if you're like me. And this is one where I probably can't make any trades on from a moral standpoint, but I've given you guys other quality names and their direction and what they'll be doing next and the reason why. So that is the video for today. Hopefully you guys found that insightful. Drop me some comments below on your thoughts, opinions, whatever the case may be. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully it won't be too long.